Shiv is back and I'm so happy to share this makeup look with you guys. I feel very like inspired today. It's currently like the weekend. I cleaned all of my home. I just like refreshed myself, took some me time, and I feel super inspired to get creating again. And I just love this really intense heavy glam. We've got lashes, we've got contour, we've got cream blush, powder blush. It's a lot going on and I'm very much into it. So if you'd like to see how to get this kind of like autumnal, smoky, glam kind of vibe, then please carry on watching. Before you do, please give this video a big thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already and hit that notification bell so you're alerted when I upload a new video. I'm going to try and aim for every Sunday. And please go ahead and follow me on my social media pages. I'm Siobhan Makeup Biz on Instagram and TikTok. Very, very active on TikTok recently, so go ahead and follow me on there. Sneaky plug. And let's just carry on into the video. Hello, so I'm going to do the things. So ignore the little kind of Victorian-esque do, I guess. You know, like when they used to have it all wrapped up. Or do I look like a judge? I don't know. I hope you like my hair. I've got the heatless curls in, so I just kind of pinned them back with some clips so I didn't get them wet in the shower, and then just so it's a bit more out of my face, but we will reveal the hair at the end. So I'm just going to start off by doing my brows. I'm just going to do them very, very simply for this look. And to be honest, these days I do prefer a simple brow anyway. So I'm taking the Morphe Clear Supreme Brow Sculpting and Shaping Wax. This is just a clear kind of brow gel wax thing. I'm sure you guys have probably seen something along these lines nowadays. I think most brands kind of have something like this now. What I really like about the Morphe one is it's nice and soft. It doesn't really crisp up your brows like some of the brow waxes. Sometimes I am in a mood for a brow that literally will not like move at all and it's completely like rock solid and you melt it off with an oil, but with this one it's nice and soft, so you can just know that you're not gonna like rip your brow hairs out. So I've just taken some on my spoolie and I'm literally just going to brush them up into a lamination kind of effect. This is my favorite way to wear my brows. However you would like to do your brows is completely up to you. I just feel like for me personally this is the most flattering kind of look. Like I just prefer the way that I look as a whole when I have like the kind of laminated brow effects, and it's just putting them out and across. I kind of plucked and trimmed my brows last night, so there's less to work with, but that's fine. And this spoolie is breaking, but that's also fine. We'll make it work. So I'm just gonna pull them up and over until I like the kind of shape of them, and then flatten it down with my finger. I think I need to get another spoolie. Now I've got the main part of the brows. I'm not going to do the brow powder yet, which I will do later on, or a brow pen or anything like that to add in the extra shape, just because when I do my foundation stuff I always tend to get powder over my brows anyway, so I like to do that almost as a finishing touch. So I'm just going to take some micellar water and a cotton bud, just load that up and then just kind of tap off the excess on the back of my hand so it's not like dripping wet. And then what I'm going to go ahead and do is, because when you use your finger to get the brow soap or wax or whatever kind of product you're using for this effect, you will naturally get it on your skin, and I find if you don't do the step that I'm about to do, when you do your eyeshadow it just doesn't make it look as smooth. So I'm just going to take the cotton bud and the micellar water and just sweep underneath and kind of like around the brow, just so when we do our eye makeup it doesn't like get ruined or anything like that. I'm now just going to take some sellotape, if I can find the end of the sellotape. I keep this like in my kitchen drawer and I literally only use it for makeup and parcels, and I can never find the end of it. So I'm just going to take some tape and just put this on the outer corner of my eye. I'm back into my tape again. I just love the way this makes your makeup look super sharp and like feline and just intense. I love it. I'm just gonna do one eye at a time because I am filming like TikTok videos and stuff, so it just makes it so much easier, otherwise I get confused on which camera to film in. So I'm just gonna go ahead and I'm gonna do this eye first. I'm just gonna take this up here, going from the outer corner of the lash line to the brow. That's nice and stuck on there. I'm now going to go ahead and take my P. Louise base in room number 2. I actually haven't used this in a while just because I haven't like had the time to do like proper intricate makeup, and I feel like this one you just need kind of like a few extra minutes to like really work it into the eye. Just gonna go ahead and take it on a synthetic brush, use this to carve out my brow and then tap it in. And then I'm just going to tap that in so it's nice and seamless and starts to kind of dry down. So once you've got that base on there, I can now go in with the eyeshadow. I'm actually taking the Anastasia Beverly Hills Norvina palette today. The reason I'm doing this tutorial is basically because about 3 weeks ago or something, I did like proper makeup for once, because day to day I don't actually wear a lot of makeup. I want to start wearing makeup every day, but it's like a learning process to get back into that rhythm again. But I used the Norvina palette just because it was kind of near the top of like the drawer that I keep my eyeshadow palettes, and I created this really beautiful kind of girly, I want to say like an elegant makeup tutorial. I don't know why that word's coming to my mind, but I took the shade Wild Child, which is like this pinky colour, and this purple colour called Celestial, but today I'm not doing that. But I'm going to take the shade Passion here with a little bit of this dark colour, a little bit of the purple, and see kind of what happens. But I just got really inspired by this eyeshadow palette again, and yeah, I just want to create something with it. So I'm going to go ahead and start off by taking this really, really deep shade here called Passion, which is like this kind of like warm, I want to say like terracotta, might be off, brown shade, and I'm going to pop that all the way through like kind of like the outer crease area socket to create the depth there. And I'm actually going to take it on this little kind of like pencil brush from Morphe. It's like a long pencil brush, just because I can get a really nice like precise area covered, so I don't kind of go all over the eye, because there are other shades that I want to use. Just go ahead and take that shade Passion right here, like my tattoo says Passion. Okay, so I'm just going to start by making sure there's no crease on my lid, and then just kind of tapping this on that outer corner to start off with, and then building it into the like socket area. And you'll be able to feel this by literally feeling where your like eyeball is in your eye, if that makes any sense. I'm going to take that about like 2/3 of the way across my eye and stop it about there. I'm now going to go in with the shade Volatile, which is this one right here, which is like a kind of cool toned mid brown. I was thinking of taking Eccentric, which is like an orangey shade, but I think I'm going to use that to blend them out. So I'm taking this shade here called Volatile on this skinny blending brush from X Show. So I've just loaded up my brush with that crease. And I'm just going to start by doing the exact same thing, but just in this section here of the crease, right the way through to the inner corner. I personally don't really feel like the extended inner corner kind of cut crease suits me that much, so I just like to end it exactly where my eye ends. To be honest, on the eye it doesn't even look that different of shades. I promise I am using a different shade. I thought it would look slightly different, but that's fine. I'm then going to take that Eccentric shade, which is this warm kind of orangey brown shade right here, and I'm just taking this on a Morphe M433. And I'm just going to start from the inner corner and almost just like tap where the eye doesn't have any eyeshadow on, and then kind of a little bit on top of the colour we've already laid down. But I'm just being a little bit careful to not suddenly go back and forth, because we have two different crease shades on. I don't want to just merge them all together, because that would just be a waste of time. And then this is the kind of section of the eye look where we just go back and forth between the colours until I create the nice blend that I'm after. I'm trying to keep some sort of gap above that top shade, just because I don't want it to completely touch the brow. So I am going to go in with like a highlighting shade in a moment, but I'm just going to go ahead and just redo some of those colours. So starting off with that shade Passion, going into the outer crease, and then because we've got some shadow laid down, we can start to be a little bit more like rough in a way with the blending, because there is shadow for it to blend into. And then going in with the shade Volatile, the other brown, deepen that back up. And then lastly, back in with that Eccentric shade, the kind of like orangey tone, very lightly just dusting over the top of this. and then I will blend this section out, so don't worry. I'm now going to take the shade Base, which is this one right here. It's kind of like a satin finish because it doesn't look completely matte to me in the pan. It has a little bit of shimmer, but not too much. I'm just going to take this and just pop that on the brow bone. Of course, amend this to suit your skin tone, but this is just going to help to blend out that top section and then also just bring the kind of look a little bit of life. I forget sometimes how much I love like highlighting the brow bone. Like I'm here for, you know, old school makeup techniques. You know, just do whatever makes you feel happy. You know, there's no real rules to makeup. So I'm just going to take this on like a flat, fluffy brush and just pop this onto the brow bone. And I'm just going to take a little bit of that around this section here just to help it kind of blend in. Just going to take the brush that had eccentric on with a little bit more colour, tap off the excess quite a bit, and then just use this to kind of bring back the orange. Okay, I'm really happy with that blend. I think it's kind of like grungy autumn glam, but now we're going to add the shimmer. Okay, we're talking old school makeup technique today. I'm not cutting the crease or taking it away with concealer. I'm just going to go straight in with eyeshadow, but I'm going to wet my brush. I literally haven't done this in so long and I'm here for the old school makeup techniques. I'm just feeling a bit nostalgic today, you know? This is the Peaches and Cream PC40 brush. I'm taking the Revolution Super Fix misting spray. Any setting spray will do. Something that has a little bit of tack to it is always nice. But I'm going to go ahead and just spritz my brush. Let that kind of soak in for a second, just so it's not dripping wet. And then shadow of choice to start off with is this shade right here called Dazzling. That took me ages to like register what I was saying. But I'm going to take this shade right here called Dazzling and then just kind of pop this on the kind of inner sort of half to third area. Now this is quite like a foiled shade, so it's kind of going to go everywhere to start off with. Hence why we've done our eyes first. It's just so much easier. Here we go. So I'm just going to start by literally just pressing that right on that inner kind of section of the eye. So pretty. And then just because it's such a foiled shadow, it will go everywhere, so I'm just gonna kind of move that across the eye almost. As you can see, I'm not being super neat like a cut crease. It's so pretty, absolutely love that. And I'm going to do the same, but just fill in this section right here with this shade Drama, which is this really nice deep purple shade. I love wearing purpley tones on my eyes. And I'm just going to take this on a BH Cosmetics Studio Pro number 7 brush. It's such a gorgeous shade. You could even just chuck this like all over the lid and be done with a beautiful like purpley brown smoky eye. Stunning. Oh my god, I love these shades together. And then I'm just going to like tap over the lighter shade to kind of merge them together a little bit. Oh my god, I love that. Literally love. See, whenever I do actually sit down to film and play with makeup properly, it always kind of gives me that inspiration and just reminds me how much I love makeup and like creating different makeup looks and everything. It just takes me ages to actually like get back into it. Love, love, love. I'm just going to go ahead and take that really dark shade Passion, just the tiniest little bit, and just tap over that corner just to make sure it's nice and like blended in. Just like that. That'll do. Okay, love this eye look. Now to kind of like add the finishing touches. For liner, I'm going to take the Anastasia Beverly Hills liquid liner. I just want a really intense kind of line for this, and this is absolutely perfect to do that with. I'm going to keep the tape on because it's going to help me create that nice sharp edge without messing up too much. Okay, so I'm just going to go ahead and do my wing, starting from the middle and using the tape as a guide. Okay, I'm just going to let that dry for a second, and then I'm going to go ahead and peel off the tape. Oh, that's lovely and sharp. We love that. For the waterline, I'm actually going to be a little bit different in this video, and I'm going to take the Morphe 2 Always On It gel liner, but this is in the shade Berry Lush, which is literally like a dark pink berry shade. I just feel like this is going to add something different to this eye look. You could use a brown, a black, no eyeliner at all, it's up to you, but I just thought I fancy doing something a little bit different, so I'm going to pop this into the waterline. Like that's made like, look at the difference between this and this eye. Obviously this has a lot of makeup on, but just in terms of the waterline, just think it makes the green pop. It just, oh, just love it. I'll work that into the lashes a little bit. And then don't forget the upper waterline. I'm just taking the tiniest little bit of the P. Louise base on the back of my hand and the brush that I use to prime the lid, and just kind of like dabbing it into the tip of the brush. And then I'm just going to run this underneath the eye as a base, because I want kind of like a dark, smoky, like lower lash line, but I definitely need a base for that to stick to. So I'm just going to go ahead and just take a little bit of this, load that right up, and then when we do concealer and everything later, we can go in and like blend it kind of all together so it's nice and seamless. Also, if you have creasing under your eye, no amount of makeup like concealer will cover that up. Like if you have lines, it's going to settle into the lines. But if you go in with a dark smoky shadow, it will like cover it up and you just won't really be able to see the lines as much. So that's a little tip. Just focus on a dark smoky shadow rather than the concealer. So that is my little base done there. I'm going to go back to the Norvina palette, and I'm going to take that shade Passion to the tip of the brush, and then just kind of tap this and work this into the lower lash line. I'm not going to worry too much about like how well it's blended out for now, because obviously I still need to do concealer. I've got it on my eyeball. Now I'm just going to go ahead and curl my lashes. And apply a generous coat of the Revolution Lift and Define 5D Lash Mascara. I'm now going to go ahead and do my lashes and do the other eye. I'm actually taking these lashes from Eye Candy. I found them in my eyelash drawer and I was like, oh, they're quite fluttery and dramatic. So I'm taking these ones right here, which are in this style. It just says Eye Candy London Signature Collection. Oh, Cocoa, which is literally on the lash bracket right there. So I'm going to go ahead and pop these on, do the other eye, and I'll be right back. Whew. Okay, other eye is done, lashes are on. I'm feeling saucy. Like this eye look is just, it's just everything. And these lashes, love them. They are very, very intense. So if you want something that just makes you feel like, hello, here I am, then this is the lash for you. Really, really like these. Okay, so we're gonna move on to the face. To prime, I'm taking the Revolution Liquid Powder Pore Blurring Makeup Serum, just because I fancy trying something different, just because I want to wear makeup a lot more often. I feel like I need to properly rummage through my makeup drawers again because I keep using the same product. So I'm gonna go ahead and take this. I have used this before, but I can't remember my thoughts on it, so hopefully I like it. So I'm gonna go ahead and massage this into the skin, focusing on my T-zone. I'm gonna shake it. Don't know if you need to shake it, but I'm gonna shake it. I feel like it might have powder in, so let's give it a good shake. I'm not going to do the Instagram thing, just because it actually just goes everywhere when you do that, and I don't really know, like, oh, I've got one with a dodgy pipette. Okay, so I'm just going to have to like pour this out into my hand. Oh my god, it's gone everywhere. Shit. Okay, so we're just going to hope that that is enough product, because that has just gone everywhere. So I'm just going to massage this into my hands. Definitely way too much. I can put some here. That didn't mean to happen. Okay, here we go. So I'm just going to massage this into the skin, and yes, it's dripping everywhere, but I am clumsy and I didn't expect it to come out of the bottle that fast. I don't know why I expected, to be completely honest with you. But I'm just going to massage this into the skin. It's literally everywhere. At least my arms are nice and primed. That does feel very nice. They're like very like refreshing, and it's starting to dry down, which is quite nice because it's going to have a nice amount of tap to it. For foundation, I'm going to take the Chroma Cover Be Perfect foundation in the shade W6. I tried this on my TikTok and my video just went crazy. I was not expecting it at all. It was blowing up on TikTok basically, and I was like, well, I need to get involved now. I feel left out. So I purchased the Be Perfect foundation and did a really quick video in a rush to go somewhere, and the video is doing pretty well. Like, it's still picking up views, which is mental, but if you want to see my TikTok reviews, I'll check out my page. I'll leave the link to check out my page down below if you are interested. So I'm gonna go ahead and pop this onto my skin using the Coco Cosmetics sponge. It's absolutely huge. It's gonna apply the product very quickly to my face. I remember this pump being a bit dodgy, but the actual foundation being good. This is what I don't get. Like, why make a foundation formula that is really good, but the packaging is just awful? Like, how has it done that? I've not bent it. I don't know. I mean, that kind of explains why it's not coming out of the packaging though. So we're just gonna have to like make do. But yeah, why make a foundation that is so good formula wise, but the packaging just doesn't work for the thickness of the foundation? It's very frustrating. But this is very good for full coverage. Here we go. Like, she hella thick. Goodbye, spots. You are no longer welcome here. I'm then just taking the Too Faced Born This Way concealer in the shade Maple, which I haven't used in quite a while. It's quite intense, but I really like the tone of it when I have quite a bright, like a darker tanned foundation on. I'm just going to take that for a cream bronzer around like the outer kind of perimeters of my face, and then around this section, because girl, I need some definition. Filler is always such a controversial topic because of course we should all embrace our natural beauty and, like, you know, feel good on the inside, but I'm all for doing what makes you feel happy. And I don't know, like, I feel like I wouldn't want that really intense structured jaw on me. I don't know if it would suit my face, but I feel like I want to do something about, I feel like it's, I don't know, we're very overly critical of ourselves, but I just wish I had a sharper jaw, you know? I might do like face yoga and sit there watching the TV with one of those squash roller thingies. That would be really cool. I'm gonna go ahead and blend this out now, just taking this brush from Le Boit Soyer, some sirens in the background, because they're gonna arrest me for how good this makeup is gonna look. So I'm just gonna go ahead and blend this out, starting under my jaw. Got a spot which I popped this morning, like seeping through, so that's fun. Like when that happens, I like the concealer to kind of sit on it in like levels almost, like set down and then pop another layer on. That has helped though, like just add a little bit more like shadow like under the jaw. Make sure it's blended out by my ears. I always like miss this part. And then around the top of my forehead, blend that out. The problem being blonde is you get all of the cream bronzer right up in your hairline. This is such a nice concealer to do cream contour with. I probably should get like a slightly lighter shade, I think, for when I don't have tan on, because this is such a nice like cream contour kind of shade, or cream bronzer even rather than contour. Okay, I have two shades of the Too Faced concealer. Because my foundation is tan, I'm just happy to like have tan on. I'm gonna take the shade Almond, which is the more yellowy one. I do actually have a pink powder, so that will help, like, I don't know, bring the best of both worlds. I'm just playing around with makeup. I'm gonna take the Too Faced Born This Way concealer in the shade Almond and just conceal like the places that I would usually conceal. I'm just gonna start with my chin. I'm gonna set down the most. Forehead. A little bit down my nose. Under the eyes, of course. Again, with that old school nostalgic makeup look, I like a big triangle under the eye. I just feel like I blend it out this far anyway, so that's what I like to do, but obviously to each their own. Right under that line, sharpen that up. And then I'm just gonna go ahead and blend this all out with the Coco Cosmetics sponge. Now, for like the autumnal vibes, I'm actually going to take this Made by Mitchell blush. This is in the shade Peach Sugar. It's a little bit darker than something that I usually go for. I usually go for a very, very bright pink, but I thought this would complement the look quite nicely, as well with the lip that I'm going to pair with it. So I'm taking the Made by Mitchell blush in the shade Peach Sugar. And what I love about these is they almost have like a powdery finish, so they set down really nicely and last like the best time ever. They last the best time ever. I think I need another coffee, but yeah, they last a long time. So I'm going to go ahead and just pop this directly onto the cheek and then blend it out with a brush. So I'm just going to go ahead and like wiggle my brush around, and then I'm just going to tap fairly high up onto the cheek. then I'm just going to take a synthetic brush. This one is from Revolution. It's such a nice brush. I don't know what the range of these brushes are called, but they are like really nice, like soft but synthetic brushes. So I'm just going to go ahead and just stamp this out. I'm not like dragging, I'm just kind of like stamping it around so the brush is like evenly loaded up. It blends in with the like face nicely. Tap, 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 tap. And then if you ever feel like you go in with too much like cream blush or liquid blush, just go back in with your beauty sponge that had the concealer on and it will just blend that out nicely for you. For the under eyes, I'm actually going to set it into place with a pink powder. I'm taking the Morphe Bake and Set Brightening Pink Powder just because I think this is really going to like brighten the look. We've got a lot of like smokes going on, so a really bright under eye I just feel like it's going to be so nice. Slightly again nostalgic, but it's my kind of makeup. I just love it. So yeah, I'm going to go ahead and take this on a fluffy brush and go underneath the eye. I'm actually just going to take this one here. It's like an angled brush just because it's the closest thing I have to hand. I'm just going to like press that into the under eye. For the rest of the face, I'm going to take the Huda Beauty Pound Cake powder and just use this to set the rest of my face. I'm not going to do any like crazy baking or anything like that. I'm just going to set it into place. I do love this powder, but I feel like it's a pain to get out the packaging. I'm going to take a fluffy powder brush to set this into place. I'm now going to take the Morphe bronzer in the shade Touch of Sun. I've been loving this. I tried this out maybe a few months ago. It's so nice. It's a nice like matte bronzer, which I love. A really good tone. So I'm going to go ahead and take that and just kind of dust this around my face with a big fluffy brush from X. Okay, moving on to blush. We don't really need to put it on, but I'm feeling very extra today, as you can tell. So I'm going to go ahead and take the MUA Blushed Matte Blush Powder, which looks like this, in the shade Rouge Punch. I'm going to go ahead and pop a tiny little bit of that just to the apples of my cheeks to kind of really bring out that liquid blush. Probably don't need to do this, but I like a lot of blush, so there we go. A little bit on my nose. Now I'm going to go ahead and set this into place with the Revolution Super Fix Super Hold Misting Spray. This one is really good. I feel like it just like really helps. It has quite a lot of alcohol in it, so it really helps to lock in the makeup. So I'm going to go ahead and give that a shake and spray this all over the face. And I feel like the setting spray just really helps to complete the makeup look because it kind of like merges all the powders down into the skin. I'm now just going to take off the foundation that's on my lips using a few cotton buds and some micellar water. And I'm just going to add a few final touches. I'm going to take the Morphe Cold Brew Brow Powder and just add in a little bit of definition with a skinny angled brush. And I'm just going to add a few little hair strokes just to build in those brows a little bit. Then I'm just going to take the brush that had the mid brown on and just use this to kind of re-smoke out that lower lash line. Just a little bit, blend it out. A bit of mascara on my lower lashes, but I'm going to take a waterproof. This is the same mascara but the waterproof version, just because I find that this doesn't transfer, and I'm just going to pop this on my lower lashes. Okay, and now onto the lips. For lips, I'm going to take the Lime Crime lip liner in the shade Platform. I don't know if I was recording, but I also put some mascara just very, very lightly on my lower lashes. And then I'm just going to pop this lip liner onto my lips. And then for lipstick, I'm actually going with a liquid lipstick. I am a gloss girl nowadays, but I felt inspired to use a liquid lip. So I'm going to take the Sigma liquid lipstick in the shade New Mod. I've used this quite a few times already and I really do love this shade. It's a nice like mauvey pink colour, really lovely. I think it will complement this look really nicely in my opinion. So I'm going to go ahead and pop this on. Really like that colour. It reminds me of Charlotte Tilbury Pillow Talk, which is actually what I kind of asked my lip tattoo to be based on. So yeah, absolutely love that lip. I'm just going to sort my hair out and I'll be right back to kind of talk you through the finished look. I have floofed my hair. I am like feeling good, guys. Last night I did my brows, I did my tan, did a little facial. I've got makeup on, all my hair's done. I feel all glamorous and lovely. This is what I love about makeup. Obviously you don't need it to feel confident or happy or anything like that, but just like taking the time to like really like look after yourself and like give yourself a bit of pampering and just get creative. I feel like it just unleashes this like confidence and like passion and excitement. Do you know what I mean? Just love it. And do you know what's happening? I'm just working from home today. I'm doing a little bit of emails here and there, you know, working. Yeah, I'm literally not going anywhere today with this makeup on, but I feel like I should. But yeah, I absolutely love the way this look turned out. Definitely one of my favorite looks that I've done in a long time. I feel super glamorous and like I need to put some heels on and go for some drinks or go to dinner or something like that. Yeah, I think, do you know what? I absolutely love this makeup look and I think you can wear this all year round. I think it's just more suited to like the autumnal, winter months with the smokiness. But if you wanted to make this into a summer look, you could just kind of like, you know, tone down the eyes, add a bright lip, whatever you want to do. Makeup is your like artwork. Like you can do whatever you like with your makeup. But yeah, I really hope that you enjoyed this tutorial. I'm just kind of showing you the look right here and that you enjoyed watching this video. It's been really fun filming this actually. I think it's going to give me some more motivation to make even more videos this kind of winter of 22, because I know the beginning of 22 I've really not been on it with YouTube and everything like that. I've been way more active on TikTok. Sneaky plug, please go check it out. But if you did make it this far throughout this video, thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate it. Before you do finish watching, if you did enjoy, please give this video a big thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already. It means the absolute world, and hit that notification bell so you're alerted when I upload a new video. I think I'm gonna try and upload a new YouTube video maybe like every Sunday, because I think 2 YouTube videos a week with everything that I'm doing in my kind of day-to-day life is quite difficult to manage. So I'm gonna aim for every Sunday, guys, around 6-7 p.m. kind of time. Be there. And don't forget to follow me on my social media pages. I'm Siobhan Makeup Biz on everything. That's Instagram, TikTok mainly, and here of course. And I shall see you in my next video. Thank you so much for watching. Bye.